Good evening, everybody. I'll just wait for some people to jump on. And while we go through tonight's chat, I'd just like you all to pop some gratitudes up in the comments. So my name is Michelle and I'm the lead ambassador here at Happiness Co. And tonight I'm going to be chatting with you just with some tips and ideas on how to bring more mindfulness into your day. Mindfulness into everyday activities that you wouldn't normally think of to do. Well, some of us may as we journey more and more into mindfulness. So to begin with, as I just said before, if we could all pop some gratitudes up and just share what we're grateful for this weekend. I hope that you've all had an amazing weekend. Dasha, Michael and Paul, who are in Western Australia heading back to work tomorrow, but Victoria has the long weekend this weekend. Hey Imi, how are you? Angela. So if we think about our mornings and how we wake up in the morning is probably one of the most important things on how we start our day. So one of my suggestions with our waking time in the morning and how to wake more mindfully is to perhaps stop that stark alarm. If you need an alarm to wake up, then choose a different app. There's an app that I use, a sleep cycle, that wakes you up with your circadian rhythm. So it wakes you gently and just brings you into a gentle alertness rather than that alarm beeping at you that frightens you from your sleep. So that's one that you can look at up in the morning and just wake up gently with the same manner that you perhaps wake up on the weekends when you're not jumping out of bed to go to work or anything like that, and just brings you gently into your day. People, there's so many people here on tonight. So remember just to throw some gratitudes up. Thank you, Imogen. And then follow that wakefulness with a planned out morning. If you structure your morning, you're setting yourself up for an amazing day. So I like to be able to rise before the rest of my family. It just gives me that time to be by myself, to meditate, to practice yoga, to have a quick cup of coffee or tea, and to bring myself into the day gently after waking. So create your own rhythm though in the morning. Don't be guided by having to jump out of bed, jump in the shower, quickly get ready for work and rush off without eating breakfast, without spending any time listening to your body or listening to your mind and being able to create that gentle that you need day. My ideas of a good morning routine may not be yours, as I said before, just starting by perhaps waking, gently reminding yourself of everything that you're grateful for, bringing in that night's sleep. Be grateful for how your day is going to go through the day. Don't get stuck in the, I need to do this, I need to do that. Get your mind set into where you want your day to go. So we know that what we think about, we become. So when we start thinking about how wonderful our day is going to be and all the things that are going to happen through the day, then we can't help but set a positive outcome for our day. Not everything will go to plan. We know that after just being stuck in isolation for so long. So not everything is going to go to plan, but if you've got your heart in the right place, if you've got your mindset right from the beginning of the day, then it sets you up to be able to handle any situation that you come across. Whether that be good or bad, you're then able to just sit in that situation and make good decisions. So beginning your day with some time alone. And during that time, be hyper vigilant of your surroundings. Think about the smell of your cup of tea or your cup of coffee as you make it. Have a think about where that drink came from. It didn't just end up there from the supermarket shelf. Think about prior to that, the people that grew the coffee beans, the people that grew the tea, the trucks that brought those products to be packed, ready to come to the supermarket, to come into our shopping carts and to come into our homes to fill our plates. Think about the things on the truck, what went together to make the wheels that carry the truck, that carry the goods to the supermarket. And just be super mindful of everything that goes into something, and then change that direction and start thinking about yourself. Think about the job that you do. Think about everything that you put into that job, not just the finished product. Think about the time you spend on an activity, the time you spend on a project, the implements that you use. In my job, it's a laptop, pen, and paper. So think about where those things came from, and be really mindful of the people that have may not be directly in your life, but the people that have actually come together to bring those things to you. And it just makes you become so much more aware of the people around you and respectful of the people around you, but also so much more self-aware of what's going on around you. And then if you think about when you get in the car, have a think now about when you're planning for your journey to work, perhaps. And if you've jumped out of bed, had your shower, thrown back a cup of coffee, jump in the car and head off to work, how will you feel in that moment if there's a roadblock just up the road? Will you start becoming super tense and tooting your horn and wanting to know what's going on, swearing, hand movements at the people in front of you, beside you, or around you? Most likely, if you haven't set your day up for success, then that is where you'll first fall over. So have a little think about getting in the car, and perhaps practice this tomorrow morning. Jump in the car and sit just quickly and go through your body. Feel any areas in your body that might be carrying a bit of tension, where you've slept a little bit uncomfortably and a muscle might be aching a little bit, and just breathe into those spots that don't feel super comfortable. Then take a few breaths, put your seatbelt on, buckle up, and feel into your body again. Are you still comfortable? Do you need to adjust yourself? Then turn the key and start the car. At this time, you're best to take some more breaths and really think about how you're going to drive to work. Are you going to drive to work like a maniac because you're running late? No. What we want you to think about here is how you're going to relate to the people that are on the roads with you. We want you to relate to yourself first. So we want you to breathe in happiness. We want you to feel comfortable in the vehicle that you're driving. We want you to connect with your heart, and by connecting with your heart, I want you to say, this is going to be a comfortable drive to work, and I am going to spread love to those around me. And by doing that, you're setting yourself up again. You're setting yourself up not to change the opinions of the people around you, not to change the way that they're driving or driving around you, but to be within yourself, within your own car, to be vigilant, to see the trees, to see the other cars, to notice what's happening, and to be practicing kindness as well on your journey. Have a think about when the roads are blocked and someone's trying to turn, but they just can't get into that stream of traffic. Set yourself up now to be aware of those cars, aware of those vehicles that are trying to get somewhere that may not have set themselves up the same way that you have for the day, and slow down, allow them to get in. And give them a wave and give them a smile. You don't know what's been going on in their day, and that may just completely improve the way that they've been able to handle their day. They may be one of those people who's had to roll out of bed and jump in the shower and scream off to work. They may have had an argument with their partner. You don't know what's going on in their day. So a small act of kindness like that may just bring so much more happiness to their day. I love to be able to have that awareness when you're driving too, because when you are traveling around, you can be more aware. If you're practicing mindfulness, you're more aware of what's going on. You're not thinking about everything that you need to get done when you get to work. You're not thinking about that meeting with your boss where you know he's upset with you. You know he's going to be screaming at you when you get there. You're not worried about your deadlines. You're not thinking about the employee that you need to speak to when you get there. But you're just wholly and solely focusing on the drive to work at that time. Because I know every one of you probably, I remember that I used to, you sometimes get to work and you have no idea how you got there. You can't even remember going through that set of traffic lights that you go through every day, because you become so robotic in your actions that you're just getting in the car and you're going. So just bring that back inside your body and inside the car, and practice a state of mindfulness when you're driving. But just remember, state of mindfulness when you're driving is not meditation when you're driving. You can't meditate while you're driving, so you can take some deep breaths to bring you into state, but you can't go into that meditative state while you're driving. And one other, which I was going to mention before the driving, but in the shower. Shower is an incredible place to become really mindful, because you are in there by yourself most of the time. You're in there by yourself and you've got water running down your body. The water is trickling down your body. You can be super aware of that water. You can be grateful that you're able to have a shower, that you have a bathroom to have a shower in. Gratefulness and mindfulness go hand in hand. So when you become mindful of the water running down your body, it's a perfect time to let things go. Things that have been piling up in your life, that are creating that instability in your life, in the shower is an amazing place to really let that go. So you can close your eyes in the shower, and as you're shampooing the hair, just be aware of a small massage through your scalp. Allow the water to wash away as it rinses the shampoo out. Just allow the water to wash away all those things that have been building up with you. Feel them washing down, running down your body, and those things that have hurt you, those things that are on your mind that are interfering with your day to day, allow them to then go down the plug hole with the water, with the soap, and just like the dirt that's on your body, you completely cleansing your mind, your body, and your soul at the same time. The shower is also a great place for you to bring yourself into the present moment and really concentrate on where you are. I remember a song that I used to sing to my kids when they were young to make sure they washed every area of their body. And this is something that we can do as adults to practice and just be aware of the cleanliness that we're giving our body, but also using it as a time to cleanse our mind and to come into exactly where we are. So the shower is just a super, super amazing place to practice some meditation, but also to practice your mindfulness. So the last one that I wanted to touch on too was cleaning. When you're cleaning, and most of us, I'm sure, will think that cleaning is probably the worst job in the world. I do know one person who goes crazy and cleans the office every single morning, but becoming mindful when you're cleaning actually makes that cleaning, I'm not going to say fun, but more enjoyable at least. So when you're cleaning, empty your mind. A lot of us play music, which is great because we can jump around and dance and do that kind of thing. But I also love the silence when you're cleaning, and I love to do it when there's no one else around because you can use that time. And I know that I've often been caught talking to myself because I'm talking through anything that might have happened to me. And I just find that using those two senses of speech and hearing, that I am working through issues with myself. So when you're cleaning, begin with feeling the cloth on your hand. Work with the scents that you can feel. If you're using cleaners from the supermarket that have scents, that's great, use those ones. If you're just using the old vinegar and bicarb, then be very aware of that smell, that scent of the vinegar. Or as I do, you can just add some essential oils to, if you're steam cleaning, or to a natural product that has no scent. And so while you're cleaning, if you're using essential oils, you're also activating some further senses through your body. You might be healing yourself as you're going through, but you're being, again, super vigilant and hyper aware of what you're doing. And the first few times that you practice this and practice going into yourself while you're cleaning and being grateful for the products, being grateful that you have a house to clean, being grateful for the family that you have that has left the mess for you to clean. So rather than going into that cleaning action and complaining and telling everyone that you have to do it all the time, this isn't fair, why doesn't anyone help me? I want you to go into the next time thinking, I'm so grateful that I get to do this because I've got an amazing family that I get to clean up after. Sure, they can help you, and that's a whole nother story, but if you concentrate on the good things and why you get to clean, where the cleaning products came from again, and feeling into your body, feeling the muscles that you're using while you're cleaning, really feeling into the senses as well while you're cleaning. So when you are feeling into your senses, you might find that, that bleach that you're using in the bathroom, that might be burning your nostrils, where another time you haven't even thought of that before. You haven't thought of how these chemicals may be affecting your body. You begin to think about how you can change that so that your cleaning products may not affect your health. You begin to take more notes of what's happening with you. You might find that your hands are really dry after cleaning, and you begin to think about, wow, maybe I should be wearing gloves, or maybe I should be using another product again, or perhaps if I put hand cream on prior to cleaning, that might protect my hands a little bit. So really bring everything into the person that you are and how your senses surround you while you're cleaning, how you feel, and how your mind is reacting to what you're doing. So there's so many areas of your life that you can bring that mindfulness state into. Every area of your life. I've just brought to you today a sort of just a quick 20 minutes on how you can start your day, how you can practice your mindfulness in the car, how you can wake a little bit more mindfully rather than being brought into the day with that quite intrusive alarm if you need to use an alarm. There also are other ways that you can practice mindfulness in your actual sleep so that your circadian rhythm is being monitored while you're sleeping, so that you can wake when at the opportune moment for your body. Fresh linen is amazing, Rachel. Rianda's confused, it's not morning. Hey Fleur, Sorry, I haven't been responding to the comments, but I will go and respond to them once I've finished and cooked my family tea. But I hope that everyone has enjoyed what I've got to say today. As I said in my intro, if you would like anything answered about mindfulness, I've been practicing mindfulness probably now for about 13 years. And when you do get out of rhythm, it becomes very apparent in your day-to-day life. So I do try to practice all the time, but at times, when your body might be carrying some emotion that you haven't dealt with, you can get out of that mindfulness rhythm. But because you've already been hyper aware of where your emotions sit, then the mindfulness also allows you to be able to get back into rhythm more quickly. So thank you for all being on here tonight, taking time out of your Sunday with your family to have a little look. And be grateful if you'd like to pull some more people into Happiness Aid and ask them to watch our videos and share them with their family and friends so that we can just bring more happiness and more kindness, gratitude into the lives of anyone out there. So thank you all.